And then there's a famous bee story. Not even bees, sorry, wasps story. Second part. So when I moved to that other room that was bigger, it had the garden view. I was also working at marketing, so again, I didn't have a life. So I couldn't really deal with things, and I was getting more tired, obviously, progressively, how the time passed. Like, you know, literally working the whole day and then just coming and passing out on this couch. And I remember I woke up one day and I thought that there were bees around the room. And I was like, what the heck? Like, where are they coming from? I came back that day from work. There was like 20 bees all over the room. Not bees. I realized they're not bees. They're wasps. Is that what they called? Like, you know, the huge shits? That's what they were. I woke up and there's around 20 bees all over the room. And there's around 12 bees around here at the window, which is above my head. This one is just flying around. So that's it. So they were all over my room. And I was like, what the heck? I didn't get it. Where are they coming from? How am I gonna... I didn't understand. So I was like, you know, I wasn't even panicking, which is weird, but I was so exhausted that I didn't have it in me. Also, I mean, apparently I'm like a Snow White. I can talk with animals, and like I was like, I might as well talk with insects as well. But it seemed like I talked with them, because I remember there was one point, I was trying to talk with my landlord. He didn't care. Like, he was like, oh, what are you talking about? Oh, now, you know, like, he was always like that. And I remember one night I came back, and I swear there was like 100 wasps, like all over the room. Like, some of them were on the window, some of them were in the different parts of my room, and some of them were on the couch where I was sleeping. And I was so tired that I literally was like, and I kind of moved the wasp. I kind of like moved the wasp, and I literally like and I slept, and that's it. I couldn't even deal with it. I remember I was literally like, just a little bit, and then I put my not one of them bit me, and I have no idea. Like, it's a miracle to me how this happened. I don't know, because it actually bit my roommate on her face, by the way. But I don't know, it was crazy, and that, I think I have some videos of it just as a proof. I mean, I didn't record every day, but some days I did. They're all over the place. I just moved them. And then these ones, some of them are alive, some of them are moving, but most of them are dead. But there is at least 20 of them that are still alive. I don't know if you can see that they're moving. So, there it is. And what happened is that because I had a light inserted kind of in the ceiling, I think because it was so close to the garden, there was a hole. So they had a nest in the garden, and then they flew through like the ceiling into that thing, the light in the ceiling. I don't even know, and there were some holes and I couldn't find them, but there was more and more of them. Eventually, I think it was maybe end of November. It was a long, hot autumn time, I mean fall time, so they were alive until November. And then in November, that's how I got rid of them. They eventually died. I couldn't even do anything to them. I tried to close all the holes, but somehow they would be in my clothes, so I know. So they all died, and they were there. Their carcasses were in the lights for a few months, because I was so scared. I was so disgusted to do that, to actually clean that. It was filled with them, like literally like a cemetery of wasps. And I don't know. It was also stressful, because once they were like started dying off, they were like circling in the lights, and you were like constantly, you hear that, and then you hear them kind of, they're dying off. It was so sad. I don't know, it was so stressful for me. But not as stressful. I was so tired. So I guess thank God, because I couldn't even deal with it. But I remember then one day, a few months after that, I like decided I'm gonna clean it, and I did it myself, and I was saying to myself, I'm a strong, independent woman, I can do this. And I did it. And I'm still alive. So there you go. So those are some of the stories. And it's funny because I actually have the videos. I found it in my Snapchat. Thank God I kind of recorded that. It's a great memory because I don't know, I was never a materialistic person, and somehow I had some goals in front of me. So all of these things were kind of like obviously a challenges. That's how I found them. And I mean, it's an interesting thing. I think that I don't know, as long as I am alive, I have a place to sleep, I have to eat, I can try to chase my dreams, and I know eventually everything will be okay. I'm always kind of like, that thought kind of always gives me motivation and strength to push forward. And also like kind of never feeling bad for yourself, you know. I know that some people were like, maybe would even judge me that I was living like this, kind of surviving in a way. But I mean, that's just what I did, and I thought that was the best for me. And I mean, even my parents, they always think that I'm crazy. But I don't know, I just think always go with the flow, listen to yourself, you know what's best for you. And I mean, I don't recommend living with wasps, but for some reason I think there was some big lesson in there. Honestly, I'm still fascinated that not one of them bit me. So, you know, just really interesting. So that's my story, and that's my glamorous life in New York City. There are just obviously good side of New York City as well. But I just wanted to share that. There's many other stories as well, and many other sides of New York City, like any city, that are not so glamorous. But I just had a need to share that because that's real, honest experience that I had. And you know, people show all these beautiful pictures, you know, New York City, they act like they're living like Samantha Carrie Bradshaw life. But I don't know, I just wanted to kind of be real. Obviously, I live in much better situation right now, and everything is better. I'm not gonna talk about my life right now, but you know, eventually you overcome that, and it was fun. It's a fun process, and I'm not saying that all the people who come to New York live like this, but maybe they have similar experience. There's always something crazy happening, so but it's fun for me. And yeah, I just wanted to share that, and maybe I'll share some more stories, but that's it for now. And if you have any questions, or if you want to share your stories, do it, comment below, and maybe share this video. Why not? Or I actually have YouTube channel, Didi Stories, and it would be great if you would subscribe. There will be some more stories like this, or maybe some other stories. I don't know. It's Didi Stories, so whatever Didi wants, Didi says. I'm just kidding. I just talked about myself in third person. But anyways, have a great day, and hope you like the story.